build on the concept that we're going to be small, but we're not going to be a shit show like AEW. We're going to work heavy on gimmick material, unlike the reality era of WWE. I think that works. And just as a bonus, I would pick up the phone and make the call to Tony Khan, because while I don't think he's willing to will and deal with a WWE, if I had enough money, I would make the offer to try to get a Britt Baker. And I know she's not favorable everywhere, but I'm a huge Britt Baker fan. I think if you could get a Britt Baker, if you could somehow base your promotion in Florida so she doesn't have to travel, if you could get a Britt Baker to lead your women's division, I think all of a sudden you're looking at a roster with Samoa Joe, Dolph Ziggler, an Elias, and a Britt Baker. I think I could anchor that in a lot of promotion. I could sell a lot of t-shirts. I could probably get a lot of internet buzz with this group. And I think I could really establish myself as a new wrestling company with a lineup like that. So if I'm Hulk Hogan, these are the kind of people I have to target. If I'm Hulk Hogan, first thing I'm doing is, I don't know what my relationship is with Tony Khan, but I'm asking, what's the deal with Britt Baker? How can we make a situation work with Britt Baker? I'm trying to see whose contracts are kind of falling apart in TNA, who WWE's not. You're not going to get a Joe Hendry, so you gotta wipe that out of your brain. You more have to look for the Dolph Zigglers, the maybe Mustafa Ali's, even the Moose type of character, guys who have made enough of a name for themselves, but they haven't transcended and they're not necessarily on the WWE radar so heavily that WWE will overpay. You can't get guys that you can't get into the mud with a Tony Khan where he makes you overpay. Like, because there was a thought of like going after a Bobby Lashley, but I imagine Tony Khan has taken care of a Bobby Lashley pretty well. So I thought Samoa Joe's probably the guy that you could get if you pay just a little bit too much for. But I got to ask, if you were starting a wrestling company today, who are the 3 picks? 1 legend, 1 vet, 1 up-and-comer. Build me a fantasy roster that you could use to build and promote a new wrestling company. So let's run it all back. Let's wrap it up real quick. Is there room for more wrestling in the year of 2025? Can Hulk Hogan succeed with so many companies and so many people that have failed before him? Is there any chance that this thing actually works?